Hey, what's going on? This is Minister Gold. This is a mix it up tutorial on how to make an alternating timer where in 15 minutes it shows, like, for example, one chat message, and after another 15 minutes it shows a different chat message. So that way you don't have overlapping chat messages, and that way you're not spamming your chat. Now, the reason why I'm doing this is because if I made two 15-minute timers with messages on it, then that means you just have overlapping chat messages that occur at the same time. Like when 15 minutes pass for both of those timers, which would be simultaneous. And if I made one 15, the other 30, that wouldn't work either, because then one chat message will trigger after 15 minutes, and then they'll double up once the 30-minute mark hits. So for context, what I'm doing is I have a stream that I do called Retro Roulette, and what that means is the user can add games to my queue using my redeems. So I have a message to tell people in my chat, this is how you use redeems to add games to my queue. Then I have another notification that lets users know, hey, if you raid me, if you raid with this many users, you can add a game for 15 minutes. If you raid with this many users, you can add a game for 30 minutes. So I don't want those to appear at the same time. I want first the message about how to add games to the queue for the first 15 minutes, and the message about the perks for raiding after the second 15 minutes, and then they just go back and forth. Then after 45, the how to redeem. Then after an hour, then it just shows the raid perks. So yeah, that's what I mean by an alternating timer. I'll show you how to set that up. If you find these videos helpful, please leave a like and subscribe for more Mix It Up tutorials. If you'd like to talk with me about Twitch, Mix It Up Gaming, life in general, please follow me on twitch.tv/ministergold. All right, so the version of Mix It Up we are on is 1.6.25. Okay, go to the menu in the top left. We're going to go to events. As soon as my application opens, I'm creating a special identifier. I'm like initializing it, if you will. So go to generic, you go to application launch. And at the very bottom I have here, forget all this other stuff, just focus on where it says retro info SI, where the SI stands for special identifier. Over here I have a special identifier called retro info, and I give it a value of true with a capital T. I make it global usable, then save it. So whenever you launch Mix It Up, this identifier will be available from the very beginning. And this will be important for being able to alternate between two different notifications at every set interval. Okay, so now we'll go to the menu. We'll go to timers up here. We're going to go to my Retro Roulette category, my Retro Reminder. Okay. Now, this is set to happen every 15 minutes, okay? These are both conditionals. So go to the drop-down, add a conditional, and I call this redeem info true. So that means $retro info equals true. So if it is, we will show this message. So this is the information on how to redeem a game, add a game to my queue. Okay. Then there's another message that goes with this saying that like what values I expect them to accept. It doesn't matter. It could be one or two chat messages, but that's what happens in this conditional. And then over here, I'm adding a special identifier within this conditional. So make sure it's underneath this part. And here I'm setting retro info to false. Make sure it is globally usable, capital F. And then over here, I am adding a command action, and that is to end the command. Set this to exit current command. If you don't exit the current command, then it's going to go to the next one and say, oh, hey, retro info is false, and trigger this too. and that defeats the purpose because now you have both of these chat messages occurring back to back. So that's why over here in this conditional you have to exit the command. So it does not check for this one. Okay. Now the next conditional, we are checking if $retroinfo equals false with a capital F. Let's see. This is just my chat message for explaining what the raid perk is. So for our purposes, this is just a chat message basically. And then we have a special identifier. Add it inside the conditional. And over here, we're simply setting retro info to true with a capital T, make globally usable. And you don't really need to end the command here. I'm just doing it for consistency. You don't have to end it here because after you get to the end of this timer, then it's just done. It's not going to go check the rest of it anyway. But I just put it there out of habit and out of just consistency that they both have it. But yeah, once you reach the special identifier here, the timer will finish. And then the next 15 minutes, so it'll be true. And so then this will trigger. And then every 15 minutes, they'll just go back and forth like that. And yeah, that is how you set up an alternating timer. So you do not double up or overlap notifications. Now, I have a way to do this with more than 2 notifications, but that would be a different process. It'd involve either incrementing a special identifier or incrementing a counter. It's a more complicated process, so I'm not showing you that in this video. But if you want to know how to alternate more than one action or chat message in a timer, let me know and I can make a video on that. But for now, this is it for this video. But yeah, if you found this useful, please leave a like and subscribe for more mix-it-up tutorials. If you'd like to talk to me about Twitch, mix-it-up gaming, life in general, please follow me on twitch.tv/miniaturegold. All right, see ya.